Jonathan, perfect timing. I wanted you to see what we've done.
What have you done, Charles?
We've implemented it all. Agentic AI, the MCP. We've got Scout, Cowork, all of it. Hawthorne Bell is now fully autonomous.
We're not.
We've got Copilot doing all of our legal research. We've got the Scout who's patrolling the network. And I've had the MCP set up across the whole firm.
You've had MCP set up?
Yeah. Apparently, it lets our AI talk to absolutely anything. So I told IT to connect it to, everything.
No, what he means is he read that MCP lets agents connect to external tools. So, Charles, he emailed the photocopier engineer.
Oh, and the Agentic AI has been running autonomously all week.
Has it?
Well, it's not done anything visible yet, but it is working, agentically.
You left a Copilot chat window open, yeah? It's been answering your emails.
Exactly, yeah. Autonomous.
Yes, Charles, but the other day you replied to a client saying, as a large language model, I cannot provide legal advice.
Minor teething issues. Right. I think we need to talk. Charles is not uniquely clueless. I've had versions of that same conversation with business owners, IT managers, and senior partners. People using all of these terms interchangeably because Microsoft have made everything confusing. So in this video, I'm going to try and demystify and decode all these Microsoft terms. And you'll think of this a little bit like a ladder. The bottom rung, these are the things that you use straight out of the box. Then the top rung are the things that developers might build from scratch. Every product today sits somewhere on that ladder. The higher you go, the more powerful and the more expensive in time, money, and governance headaches. Most organizations that I see start too high up that ladder, and most vendors won't tell you that. So let's go rung by rung. This is the one you probably already know. It lives in Word, Excel, Outlook, Teams. You ask it something and it responds. Things like summarize this email, draft this document. What did I miss in this meeting? Now, it's worth knowing, if you didn't already, there's a free version called Copilot Chat, and that's included with most Microsoft 365 plans. But it uses public web data, so it doesn't connect to your organization data, your organization email, files, or Teams conversations. That is, of course, the paid license. And as of June 2026, you can also choose which AI model powers Copilot Chat, including Claude as a selectable option. So there's governance implications that are worth watching, and I'll cover that in a separate video. So this is the bottom rung of the ladder. So this is the next rung up, and we're still inside the Microsoft 365 Copilot experience. Agent Builder lets you create a simple agent in plain English. You can point it at your SharePoint content, describe what you want it to do, and it's done in minutes. There's no code and there's no license beyond your Copilot seat. Now with this, you can hit a wall pretty fast. The moment you need to talk to anything outside of Microsoft 365, so maybe a CRM, a ticketing system, an external API, you've already outgrown this solution. But it's included what you've already paid for, so it's worth a half-hour experiment before spending money on anything else. This is where Agent Builder goes when it grows up. It's a standalone platform. You've got a full connector ecosystem, Salesforce, ServiceNow, your own APIs, and you get proper governance. You get dev and test environments, version control, the works. It also got a significant redesign this year. The old topic-based authoring is gone, replaced by skills, which are essentially procedure documents written in plain text that the agent reads and then follows. This gives you a better mental model, and it's more flexible to maintain. If you've got a process that crosses multiple systems and needs proper oversight, this is where you would build it. It's a low-code run. Now, you don't need a developer, but you do need someone who knows what they're doing. So here's a term that Charles was throwing around, Agentic AI, and this is the product where it actually becomes real. Everything we've covered so far answers when you ask. Copilot responds to a question. An agent builder bot responds when someone talks to it. Agentic AI is different. You hand it an outcome, not a question, and then it goes and does the work. It plans it. It executes across multiple apps. It checks in for approval where needed, and it comes back with a result. Does it answer or does it go and do something? That's the test. Cowork acts. So you might hand it something like, clean up my calendar this week, or maybe research this company and build me a briefing. It runs in the background. It's cloud hosted. So it keeps going even when your laptop is closed. And it works across Outlook, Teams, Excel, and SharePoint. And it checks in before it does anything irreversible. So this went generally available on the 16th of June 2026. Now, 2 things that every MSP needs to know before enabling it for a client. Firstly, it's switched off by default and it has to be turned on per tenant with spending limit configured. And it's not billed per seat. It runs on something called Copilot credits, so it's consumption based. This is a very different invoice conversation to have before you switch it on rather than afterwards. So Cowork acts when you give it something to do. Scout doesn't wait to be given anything. Microsoft's own word for Scout is called Autopilot, which is a bit confusing anyway. And that distinction matters. It runs on a schedule under its own identity, monitoring and acting in the background before you've even asked. Think of it this way. Copilot is your assistant who answers when you call. Cowork is your assistant who goes and does the job that you gave them. But Scout is your assistant who already knows what needs doing and just kind of gets on with it. Now, currently, this is a limited rollout and it's admin gated, so it's not available to a lot of tenants just yet. It also carries the most significant security and governance questions of anything on this list, which is why I'm not getting too deep today. Microsoft Scout is getting its own dedicated series of videos on my channel, so when that is live, I'll link them in this description. Now, let's finally loop back to Charles's MCP server. And an MCP server isn't what you think. It's not a product. It's an open standard that lets AI agents connect to external tools and data sources in a consistent way. Plus, you don't need a developer having to build a custom integration every single time. Think about what Charles was actually trying to do. He wants to get his AI to talk to the firm's systems. So without MCP, connecting a Copilot Studio agent to your case management system, for example, or your help desk means someone building a bespoke connector from scratch. If those platforms support MCP, that connection is essentially just there, and both sides already speak the same language. So there you go. You've got Copilot who answers when you ask. So you might as well use it. You've got Agent Builder. Builds a simple agent on your content. Try that before you spend any serious money. Then you've got Copilot Studio. It builds properly when Agent Builder isn't enough, but you need to plan it. You've got Cowork, which is agentic. It does the work for you, but it's consumption build. You need to sort those admin settings before a client touches it. And then you've got Scout. It's always on. It acts without being asked. Watch this space for future videos. And then, of course, MCP, which is not a product. It's not a printer driver, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Look forward to seeing you again soon.